2. This is it. What are you gonna do? It's the Cannabis Coffee Hour. Yeah, I'm not sour. It's the morning. We're waking up. Not morning. Glad. Happy. All day. Yes, this is how we play. Coffee and weed, yes indeed. That's what I need to achieve. Ooh-wee. I'm buzzing like a king bee. Welcome to episode 352 of the Cannabis Coffee Hour, coming live from a hotel room in Rehoboth Beach. We're doing it. We're getting funky, playing some beats. I'll play a little bit of guitar. I'm on my couch. I've been running around doing shows all over Delaware this weekend, preparing for my stand-up comedy special, or just my one-man show, 1972 till infinity. It should be fun.
Yo!
So make sure you come.
Yo!
To Brooklyn this Thursday. Littlefield. It's in Gowanus. It's the coolest part of New York.
Yo!
The most artistic part. Well, I mean, Bushwick gets out there. But in terms of like performance venues and then also Subway, it's just easy to get to if you're in Manhattan, you're in Queens, centrally located, lots of great restaurants and coffee shops and whatnot. So make sure you try to come through. I got some great guests, just a couple people to warm it up, and then I'm just going to go off. The Cannabis Coffee Hour is one of my favorite things to do. And the reason why it is that I have full control of it, over it, you know? I can play lasers.
London, New York, LA, London.
I know the internet goes everywhere,
LA,
you know?
Paris, King.
Goes to Paris and Kingston. You know, it's just, I do love doing the music. And today I'm up in the hotel room and I've just been practicing guitar. I've just been getting really into just all my machines. And, you know, I have all these different beats that I can play with. But I guess the reason why I'm talking all about this is because Spotify took down my last episode of the Cannabis Coffee Hour because they said it was too much, it was too musical. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Spotify? Spotify is sketch, man. I don't know about those cats. We'll see. But I don't want to get too political. I never wanted to get political on this podcast. I wanted to get creative, and I wanted to drink some coffee.
Yo!
That's what I'm about.
Yo! Yo! Yo!
Coffee and weed, yes indeed. You know me. And I wanted to play some funk guitar. I really love the guitar in the rhythm portion. I'm not trying to be Captain Shredder. I don't want to shred. I just want to go chick, almost like scratching. I want this chick. And that's why I like the reggae dub. And that's why I like the go-go riffs. Because I can just play like some rhythm guitar over it. So I got this coffee mill. Go check out if you're ever in Rehoboth Beach, I'm at the Sands Hotel. It was cold as hell, but nobody's around. And I have the whole boardwalk to myself. I had a couple like one-nighters around. So I got my little car, but I just packed up the beat machine and the guitar and threw it in the hotel room and just been practicing and then also writing, preparing, watching old videos of all my stand-up over the years, you know. Let me turn the beat off here for a second. Well, yeah. I hate turning off the beat. I want the beat. I like the beat, but Spotify was telling me I was being too musical. I'm like, man, they're just scared. They're scared. I'm not going to play by the rules. I'm not going to do it like everybody else does it. I don't want to. I want to play funk guitar. I want to shoot some lasers. And I want to drink some bomb-ass coffee.
Yo!
And But the coffee mill is a great spot. The one thing about Rehoboth Beach is that there is a lot of small independent stores and still crafty. And there's one really good head shop called Sunshine Octopus. And I was there yesterday, and I got a new piece. They had all these like great old bongs, and it was just like your classic old head shop. And the owner, I wanted to go over and interview him. Maybe I will, but it's been raining and it doesn't open to 12, and I got to get back up into New York. But the owner was so cool, man. He was this guy from Philly that owned the place since the 70s. And it's been right here at the beach. He's been just selling bowls and tapestries and incense for like 50 years. And he told me about following the Dead. Like, he did it from the Dead parking lots where they sold T-shirts. He said he was making $300 a day selling T-shirts at the parking lot at the Grateful Dead shows. And when he jumped on he was just a teenager in Philly in 74. And fascinating shop. If you're ever in Rehoboth Beach, check out Sunshine Octopus, man. If you need a good classic good glass, or he had these like mason jars that were painted with the Grateful Dead, but they were hand painted, you know? It was like local artists. That's the one thing about the Grateful Dead. I will say, because of Bob Weir's passing, just how many artists, the people that liked art and music, that were really into it. Now, I'm starting. We are recording. Check 1, check 2. This is it. Welcome to the Cannabis Coffee Hour. You know, I'm here in Rehoboth Beach, and I've been running around doing shows, getting ready for the special that I'm taping. But at the same time, I popped into all these small business shops, and you know, Bob Weir from the Grateful Dead just recently passed. And I came in and I met the owner of the small business. This guy is Mark Hamilton. He's the owner of a business called Octopus Sunshine right here in Rehoboth Beach for the Cannabis Coffee Hour. And I started talking to him. This cat has the best bowls, glass, good art, and then tapestries, tie-dyes, but it's not cheesy. He is the real deal. This guy was selling stuff in the 70s on the parking lots at the Grateful Dead shows, came from 17 to the beach here in Delaware, opened up a shop. It's 2026, everybody. We are in the future. Let's give it up for Mr. Mark Hamilton.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome. One small correction, it is Sunshine Octopus, but that's okay.
Sorry, you know, it's the Cannabis Coffee Hour, but Sunshine Octopus, and they got a website. I checked it out this morning, and it's really organized and good. But Sunshine Octopus, here, Mark. How are you doing, Mark?
I'm doing wonderful, brother. Just went to a really nice live Dead show last night, and for Bobby, and we were all dancing and shaking it and opening our hearts for the love that he's given us for so many years. And a very good gathering at the Dogfish at our local microbrewery here last night. And yeah, really proud to be here. It's our 39th summer coming up. We opened in 1988. And we started out, I started out seeing the Dead in 1973. And after a couple shows, realized that, hey, there's nobody out here selling T-shirts or anything. And I had access to a couple T-shirt people and some stickers. So next show, I decided to bring some shirts and some stickers, and found out that I was overwhelmed. I could make a couple $100 a night and have a lot of fun and meet a lot of people. So we started doing that, selling things on tour. And I have to say, we were one of the first few people, me and a few small circle of friends. And did that all the way up to we were in the parking lots till about 88 or so, and then we decided to open up the store down here. In between tour, me and some artist friends were like, well, we need to do something else. Hey, there's a real nice little beach town called Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. We were from Philadelphia, and came down and loved the vibe, and rented a real small space. And 5 or 6 of us artists put some things in, and found out we had a great local response. Lots of heads everywhere, of course. The Grateful Dead are everywhere. We are everywhere. And we decided, that we would stick it out and we still were out there selling on tour, but we would come down here in the summer most of the time and just hang out, get out of Philly and do that. And then 1990, I ended up moving down here permanently and getting a much bigger store. We only had a 300 square foot thing at first, and then now we're 2,000 square feet.
How many years has it been you've had this nice, cute, Grateful Dead themed shop?
Well, we're heading into our 39th summer, thanks to many fine people who are heads and also who just love unique, colorful, wonderful clothing. And of course, the Grateful Dead community is just amazing. There's nothing like it on the planet whatsoever. And there's so much love and between everybody. And the music, of course, is the magic. And it's just been a wonderful, long, strange trip. And yeah, we're on our 39th summer coming up, thanks to wonderful people supporting us. And you know, if you need a new Dead shirt or a good tie-dye or some beautiful imported clothing, all fair trade, we're the place to go. There's just not many people that I know doing this kind of thing at all anymore, and we've been very blessed. We've been very blessed with people, you know, supporting us and things. So it's been great, and we're still loving it and still doing it.
Octopus Sunshine, you gotta support small businesses like this. This guy is the real deal, right off of from the Grateful Dead tour shows from the 70s. Saw some of the best American creativity and music and community that was all based on peace and love, but at the same time, a lot of fun. Have you had a lot of fun here at Rehoboth Beach?
I could actually say it's not really a job, it's more like fun. Coming to work every day and you meet beautiful people every day, and then we also have such great feedback from people about, oh, I've been coming here since I was a kid, and you're my favorite store, my first stop, and that just warms my heart because, you know, people aren't saying that at Old Navy or things, so we know it's the real deal, but we feel that it is not a work. It's love. It's a big labor of love, and we love it. It's wonderful.
Mark Hamilton, you're such a good soul, such a good heart. You're the real deal, Holyfield. I am proud to have you on the Cannabis Call. Not proud. I'm trying to move away from pride and ego, and more of being grateful that people like you are still around and still holding the torch for the freaks that want to dance and sing and do art. And you're doing it, man. Yeah, they got great stickers, great patches. I got this hemp hat. They have a lot of hemp clothing, and even their rolling papers are made of hemp. Like I've always said about the environmental thing, like the hippy-dippy thing, I do think moving towards hemp away from plastics and using cannabis as more of a building unit on clothing and materials is something that we should tap into. What do you think about cannabis and hemp and just the environmental angle of it all?
Well, I have to say, all we have in the store, there's no polyester. We have a lot of cotton, and we have as much hemp clothing, bags, purses, and things as we can carry, because hemp being an incredible sustainable resource over in Europe. I mean, in Germany, they make plywood out of it to do all kinds of things.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
They don't have to cut down trees and everything. And for our 35th anniversary, I designed some hemp rolling papers, 1 1/4 with vegan glue, and they are a smash hit, and they smoke wonderfully. And having been in a cannabis camp for myself now for 53 years, I can honestly say it's the way to go. It opens up your mind, and it lets you know, and you can see the real deal of what's going on in the world, and it lets you see. It opens up your mind, and doors of perception are open when you smoke cannabis and you alter your consciousness. It gives you a wisdom that you just can't find in the real world.
It is a sacred plant, and yeah, I've used it. I'm 53, and I've been smoking since I was 20, and I used it to get away from alcohol. And I will say that you have to respect it. I do think that you should respect the plant, you should respect music, you should respect art. These are all gifts, so, you know, that's I'm pro-cannabis, but at the same time, I want a little bit more respect in making real plastics and keeping it, you know, but also fun. I don't know.
Well, I have to say, you know, the hemp plant has been around for thousands of years.
Thousands.
They've opened Pharaoh's tombs and found urns with cannabis resin in them. So it's not anything new.
Nothing new.
And of course, when I was a youth, you know, smoking, it was a whole different scene, and things are getting a little better. Obviously, lots of states have medical, lots of states are going with the legalization. We got legalization August 1st of 2025 after a very long fight. We had medical.
Oh, congrats!
We had medical in 2017, but they weren't ready to go the full way, but they finally did. And all I can say is it's a better society, man. It's not falling apart. It's even better, and it's also a beautiful medicine that is helping many people heal many ills. That pharmaceuticals and everything, all that other kind of stuff that the doctors want to give you, it's not good for you, man, at all. Whereas the mighty cannabis hemp plant is it's the medicine, it's God's medicine.
I agree. Now, before we send off, is my phone going off? Oh, my other GoPro started tweaking out, but he has a lot of customers. I don't want to take too much of your time, but I just want to ask you, what's your favorite Grateful Dead song and era?
Well, I have to say my favorite song is the one I'm listening to at the moment, just to give a smart comment, but if I actually had to say it, the one song, my license plate is Dark Star, I have to say, because that is the epitome of the Grateful Dead experience. When you're listening to that, you are taken to a place in the cosmos that is, you're out there and you're there on the final frontier. I also think that Eyes of the World is a really beautiful song because of the message in it and things. But my favorite Grateful Dead song is the one I'm listening to at the moment.
Yeah, it always changes for me. Until the morning comes, I'll rock out for a while. And then St. Stephen's, I remember, was my very first favorite song. But then, but Dark Star is a very complex and trippy one that I haven't gotten totally, I understand it and know it, but I think there's a little bit of a deeper level on consciousness that I need to tap into with that tune.
I think all you have to do, man, is just roll one up and put on the Double Live Dead 1968 Double Live record, which is pretty much everyone agrees that is the Dark Star. And
that's when they're in Europe, right?
No, that was 72. This is a studio and live album combination. It's called Live Dead. It's a red cover double LP. And that particular version of that is amazing. Even Jerry has said that's pretty much one of his favorites.
How long is that?
It is about, I'm going to say a good
13?
No, it's about 20 minutes.
20? He goes 20 minutes, but they say in meditation you should do 20 minutes. I did 20 minutes this morning, and there is a place where you can get to, no thought. And that's, I think, a little bit of where you're living in the moment completely. And I don't know. What is dark? We won't go too deep. We got people in here. But it might be funny. What do you think Dark Star means?
Well, interesting. Robert Hunter wrote the lyrics, and of course Jerry and a couple of the other band members put it together. But I don't know. It's there's no limits, and your potential is unlimited. But it's one of their best meditative things. If you light a couple candles and alter your consciousness and put that thing on, and you're in the right space, man, you will travel. You will astral travel to a place, and you'll be like, oh yeah. It's the same place you're trying to get to on meditation and things, and it works just as well as TM or anything else you can think of. Of course, it always does help to alter the consciousness with the mighty plant as you're listening to it or beforehand. But yeah, man, healing of the nation, man.
I agree. Healing of the nation, nations, the planet.
Yes.
And then also, Dark Star is heavy, man. And Robert Hunter was one of the best American writers. What I always trip out on, being an English major, is that whole scene were poets and stuff with the beatniks. Like Jerry and those guys were hanging with the guys that wrote Howl and all that. These were all literature guys.
Yes.
So with the Grateful Dead, you get this high-end, like, American literature thing going on, and then you get this complex music. It's almost the best of both worlds.
It's true. They were hanging out with Neil Cassidy, who was Jack Kerouac's best buddy, and Allen Ginsberg, of course, who wrote Howl, like you said, Howl. And, that influence made Hunter the most amazing lyricist. But then,
I agree.
Of course, all the LSD and the early days, the acid test and everything, helped those guys open up their
Yeah, I took it another.
The whole reason Jerry can play like that, he admits, is because he used to be a bluegrass guy, but then he went into the other zone with that, and it opened up this whole other kind of playing. And that's a big part of the Grateful Dead is beside all the beautiful words and lyrics of the regular songs, the space that they go to is all part of that. But yeah, kudos to Robert Hunter, who I feel really doesn't get enough respect. He wrote just about every word that the Grateful Dead sing.
Yeah, I think he's so trippy, and when I got my head around it, like, this guy was a serious, like, novel writer, like, type of cat that was just humping it. And then Jerry wanted good lyrics, and he knew a really good writer that was a friend, and they got down to business, and I think it's just amazing. But Mark Hamilton, I'll let you get back down to business. You got people coming in here on a rainy Sunday. I thought nobody was going to be in here. He has 20 people shopping around, checking it all out. The vibes are good and high and nice. Mark Hamilton, thank you very much for your time and your shop. I love it. I hope to visit it. Everybody, please come back to Sunshine Octopus. Go check out, support. He has a website. The website works and is good and cool. And yeah, man, this is the real deal. Anyway, anything you want to send out to the universe?
Yeah, man. Peace and love. And be sure to, there's a lot of adversity and craziness now, but as Mr. Marley says, conquer the devils with love.
With love. That's what everybody's fighting for at the end of the day. So, yeah, peace, love, forgiveness, and keep it moving, flowing.
Be kind.
Stay kind.
Be kind. Big love, people.
Yeah, the older I get, it's just, you got to be kind. And the Dead was all about that. All right, that's it. I would say, like, it's a lot like Long Island, like people hate on the Hamptons and all that, but when you're out there, it is really nice. So it kind of feels like that here, but it's not that expensive. Like the store, all the small businesses, like I will say the guy at Sunshine Octopus, the great head shop. You got to go to Sunshine Octopus if you're ever in Dewey or Rehoboth Beach. Just go talk to the dude, man. This dude, talk about the last of the Mohicans. Oh, my God, man. He's really been doing it, selling bowls and incense and tapestries from the parking lot from 74 all the way to 2020. What the fuck even is it? It's 26. 2026. Holy shit. I've been doing this artistic hustle for 26 years. Comedian, musician. I had a jazz band in San Francisco. The Jazzman Mega Band of Power, Love, and Cheap Thrills with my man Dan Crawford and Harmonious Monk. Man, it was just a little comedy jazz band that we did, I don't know, maybe like 12 times. But it always went over big. And I always loved that we had a stand-up bass and we had a saxophone. And then I would, I would tell jokes and play the kazoo. And every time we did, it was fun. I've always gone towards the fun. Even if it wasn't about the money, I'll go more towards the fun. I've done all the stuff for the money, and I don't know, you hit like a wall at a certain point, and then you stop being who you are. And that's what sucks. So the move is like get enough to like dip and weave. Is kind of like my plan of it all, if that makes any sense. But yeah, talking about here, Rehoboth Beach, the coffee mill, just a great, man. I mean, everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody wakes up looking for good coffee, a good muffin. They had a great cinnamon crunch muffin. It was a muffin. I thought it was going to have cinnamon toast crunch on top of it, but it didn't. They used to have one of those at this place called Crumbs that I used to chomp muffins at. I like a good muffin. I like a good bagel. All those breakfast items, but they are bready. Like my usual is the Liquid Elvis in the morning, which is my banana shake, which is bananas, peanut butter, almond milk, raw honey, chia seeds, ice, turmeric, cinnamon. That's what it's been usually. Sometimes I got some hemp seed. If I got hemp seed, I'm going to do that. But hemp seed, that's the other thing about hemp seed, is that it has so much protein. As a dude in their 50s, like, man, the more I'm tripping out on all the plastics we use, even in this hotel room, like, I'm not a fan of the Keurigs. Like, I know people, but it's so much plastic, you know? Ever since, like, 3D printing happened, plastics went up. And I don't know, my mind has been attached to it somehow as of late. But I've always been fascinated that things taste better in a glass jar or a glass, anything containing glass. Like, your weed is better if it's contained in glass. For some reason, in the mason jar, the weed comes out better. I don't know why. But maybe, I don't know, I've lived long enough that I could feel details in some of this shit. And the other thing that, like, moving away from plastics and just using recycled glass jars, like Irwan, whatever that fancy LA supermarket is, the next level Whole Foods they got out there. You know what I'm talking about, the goopity goop. And I don't hate on that. I like fresh vegetables, and I like things presented cleanly and nicely. I get it. It adds value. Okay, I'll throw in a couple bucks. But they're cranking it up to like $65, you know, just because they wash the strawberry, they grow it in some really good dirt, and they put it in a jar. Just because it doesn't go through that super process. And the trippy thing is that's the way we used to do it all for hundreds of years, until like mass production and plastics and explosion. I guess the Industrial Revolution, like, just all these materials got into the environment. But I don't know. The thing about the environment, like, everything is your personal choice. I do feel better if I'm smoking a joint and I got that little filter thing. If I really dispose of it properly, like put it in some water or make sure it's not on fire and get it into the recycled or the trash can. Cigarette butts are a bummer when you see them around. And I think that's another thing, is cigarette butts are kind of lame. So, cannabis, I don't know. There's just we're coming into a weird future space. With cannabis being so legal, and there's going to be, you already see the alcohol companies starting to build up, but they have no legs to stand on. Zero. Like, anytime any alcohol company starts talking shit about, or alcoholics talk about weed, I'm seeing a lot of anti-weed for some other people, but I know a lot of it's for the punchline. And weed can be annoying. I just wish people would class it up a little bit. That's why I like the word cannabis. It is an element. It's cannabis. Salt, pepper, cannabis. But it does get annoying when it's too strong, and if people are abusing it. And I guess it's just, we got to teach one, respect it, hand it down, and just keep it moving. But I definitely don't like preaching. Like, I'm really trying to remove judgment out of me. But it's just, there's such a tricky time that things do need to get called out. So I'm just kind of wrestling with all of that. And I never wanted to be holier than thou. I just wanted to be, it really comes back to, are you kind? You know, that's the whole thing, is being kind. Being soft and being kind, that's harder. It's a higher level of thinking. I know being rough, hard ass, I don't give a fuck. You gotta have a little bit of that, but I have found that within Taoism and within meditation, it's not a coldness, it's just being able to let go. And I do think that becomes with forgiveness. And that's the whole thing about, religion. But I think it's really based on forgiving and just moving on. This shit means nothing, The only thing that it means, well, it means something, but when I really get down to the molecular level of it, It's just mass times it's just movement. It's just energy. And we're flying around because of the movement, the particles gather together. But if it was still, it would all dissipate and be just this one thing. And I think that's how it works. I don't know. I don't want to figure it out. I don't have it figured out. All I have figured out is this moment and this day, That's how we got to play. And I love playing with the dub beats. And the sound systems and just learning how to record and play. So I appreciate everybody, just sticking with me on this podcast, the Cannabis Coffee Hour. I never wanted a regular podcast. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this because I'm a fucking weirdo and I need to express myself. Everybody needs to express themselves. That sounds good, right?
London, New York, LA, Paris, Kingston, Harlem, Brooklyn, Atlanta. Yo!
So, yes. I'm just really excited to keep doing the podcast, the Cannabis Coffee Hour, after 352 episodes. And I've changed it up. I started with my phone. We're right now in a hotel room. Lights are always different. Angles are always kind of funky. But eventually, it will kind of find its own voice. And that's where we're going.
Yo, 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 yo. London, New York, LA, Paris, Kingston, Harlem, Brooklyn, Atlanta.
You still with me? We went a little into outer space there. And that was the other thing about the Grateful Dead that I did love, is the improvising. You know, style and completeness and perfection, which I try to strive on. You know, I think there's something in me. My dad was like a hardcore perfectionist on some things. I think everybody is. But the thing about improv, you kind of let go. It's just letting go of the mistakes and kind of using them and dancing with them. And that's where the fun really starts to happen. I mean, I think the first time you hear a musical piece or like a joke, but the fun is in the dance between, is something I've always thought. And I know Hedberg was the same way. Mitch Hedberg, who I used to tour with, I did his last theater tour with Stephen Lynch, who was a guitarist. And I don't know, I was on that bill. I think the universe was teaching me something. Because it was a really surreal experience, because I loved Mitch so much, but dude was on heroin. It was like, I don't know, man. He wasn't on it. He never did it in front of me, but it was like, you know, comics party and drink. People do coke and smoke pot and shit like that. And I was used to that for college, but that was a whole other thing. But I will say, what was so fun about Mitch's shows was the dance between the jokes. I think that's where he got, you know, the fun. And I think that's where he wanted to go, but he was kind of trapped into this like one-liner thing. And the one-liner thing is great, and you can kill with, you know, with diamond jokes like that. They're straight diamonds. But yeah, it's hard to keep it up over the years. So I'd rather just go. I'm going to go with some, you know, just some rubies and some stones, and then put them in a little shaker and make a little shaker. I guess what I'm saying is I like to keep it loose and figure out what's next in the moment. I don't know if, wait a second. Thanks for everybody listening. That's it from me here in Rehoboth Beach. I've been having a blast. Shout out to the coffee mill. Shout out to Sunshine Octopus, the head shop where I bought a bowl, and talked to the guy about the 1974 Grateful Dead show in Philly. Want to make sure the audio is getting captured. Sometimes I'm doing, as you can tell, I'm doing all the audio, I'm doing all the video, doing the lighting. We'll see how it all works. But that's one of the things I like doing is editing. It's a pain in the ass. I yell about it. Eventually, we'll start doing some live streams and whatnot. But I just want to say thank you. And this is episode 352 of the Cannabis Coffee Hour, coming to you live from a hotel room in Rehoboth Beach, where I'm just playing some beats and rocking out some guitar. But I love you. Thanks for listening.
London, New York, LA, Paris, Kingston, Harlem, Brooklyn, Atlanta,